Hey guys, this is Niko, and today we're on Reddit. As you already know and as you already experienced, there is a huge performance swings on Facebook ads. So one day is good, another day is very, very bad. So this guy asks for help. He says that he has performance swings day by the day. So let's see if other Redditors can help him, and let's see if I can give him some honest, reasonable advice. He says, I can understand that some days would perform better on certain weekdays, but yesterday both sales campaigns yielded zero conversions. And today it is better than the day before yesterday at 50% lower CPC or 50 cents PPC. I'm not sure what this PC means. I'm now wondering if this is still on. This guy is using some very, very difficult language. So I'm not sure what this means. Machine learning jargons, yeah. We're just Facebook ads, guys. We're just Facebook ads. We want simple stuff, right? We want to keep it simple. More importantly, I'm wondering what would happen if I increase the budget. Right now it's $5 as I was looking to pause the campaign, but for the sake of persevering the performance, I lowered the budget. $5 a day, you can't conclude any results within 2 days when spending five a day. I agree, actually, $5 per day is a very, very low ad spend. For some countries, $5 per day might be a decent ad spend. For example, if it's like Asia, Southeast Asia, Africa, $5 per day could be not like a very, very bad budget. But if you advertise in Europe, if you advertise in the States, $5 a day cannot do anything, right? Agree here, you need to spend at least 250 in about a week stretch to get long-term accurate data. If not, the pixel will be incredibly volatile. Credit to you for getting conversions with $5 though. What are running leads? Sales with but $5 budget is temporary, as I was intending to pause the campaign. Otherwise, it had been running at a similar budget that you mentioned, and I'm getting conversions and 50 cents also today at $5 budget, 3 times lower than earlier. Did you read the whole post? $5 a day is just an alternative to pausing the campaign. It had been running at much higher daily budget otherwise, but the CPC improved further when I left it at $5 per day instead of pausing it. $50 per conversion, lower CPC. I don't know what you mean by this. So I also didn't know what he meant by this. Yeah, I've never seen or had this level of fluctuation before. There will be days where I will get 4 to 5 rows and be really profitable, and the next day I will barely break even on 1.123 rows. No idea what to do or how to fix it. Really want this all fixed and more consistent before Q4. I don't know, but the other day I spent 15 and made 315 going broad, but this is a Note Pixel. $5 per day is enough. So, uh, why the results fluctuate? So, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. The results could fluctuate because number one, of course, it's Facebook ads' fault, right? Facebook ads algo is not targeted. Number two, there could be a seasonality. It could be a season, right? Because we're doing marketing and marketing comes from a market. If you go to the market and if you try to sell, let's say, tomatoes on the market, on a local market, some days you're going to send 10 kilos of tomatoes, another day we'll send 100 kilos of tomato. So this is just the basic idea behind it. You're trying to sell stuff to the market, so the results will fluctuate. This guy is getting very decent results with $5 per day budget. You could be getting swings if you're not spending the same budget each and every day. For example, if on one day you spend 50, on the next day you spend 5, on the third day you spend like 15, you won't get consistent results. So if you want to get consistent results, try to come up with a spend that is like the same each and every day. Number four, why you might be getting swings in performance, and this is very, very simple. When you try to scale, the ROAS usually breaks. In many times, the ROAS usually breaks. And once you break the ROAS, sometimes it might take a lot of time and effort to get it back to what it was. So when scaling, you should ask the question, which leads me to number five. This is addressable target market or target addressable market. I think it's called TAM. TAM. And this is the whole idea behind it. If your market is only 30, right, you should spend a budget to only feed that market. If your market is only 30K people, probably 3 will buy it a day. Let's say that 3 will buy it a day. So spending more money to reach 30K is just not very efficient. You're doing a lot of ad budget, you're doing a lot of work to overreach. So you're overreaching the people. Number six, another reason might be if you're using bits, right? If you're using bits, if you're using cost per result or cost cap, on some days, Facebook is a bidding system, so they're able to get you cost per result or bid cap at the price you wanted. On the next day, you're not getting it. So no matter what you do, results will fluctuate, right? You can use number seven. The reason why your results fluctuate, Facebook is a bidding place. A lot of advertisers bid for the same attention, right? Imagine we have 100 people, and on one day there might be like 11 advertisers that bid. On the next day there might be just two advertisers that bid for the same audience. On day one, the CPM will be higher, right? That's the CPM because there are a lot of people bidding for the same attention. On the next day, on day two, the CPM will be lower because less people are bidding for the same attention. Right now, what's happening in the USA? We have elections, right? And we have some political parties bidding very, very hard for attention. And this drives the price up. For example, if it is a Black Friday, a lot of e-com stores, a lot of people are doing promotions and they're bidding for the same attention, right? And this drives uh, the price up, right? What is this guy saying as well? He says that he is doing only $5 per day on ads, right? Which I cannot understand how he spends the money, but I think this is a very good starting point, right? If you if you're just starting out, $5 per day, you could do something, you could see something. At least you're gonna see some basic data. You're gonna see CPM, you're gonna see CPC, cost per click, you're gonna see cost per result, CPR. And if you do it, and if you do $5 per day across multiple ad sets, let's say you have 10 ad sets, $5 per day could do a very, very decent job. At some moment, I've experienced some moments when whenever I set high budgets. For example, I had an ad account. This ad account, the market wasn't that big, right? The market was maybe like 50 to 100,000 people. So after like maybe 4 to 500 per day on ads, and my budget was breaking. So no matter how good marketer you are, you're always gonna have performance swings, right? One thing I would recommend you do would be to leverage the bits and the cost per result, because with this strategy you might not be getting as many conversions per day, but you won't be overspending. So something I would recommend you do. Can you really fix it? Mm, I think you can just improve it, but it's a market. This is not like this is not super predictable. It's not like on day one, if you get like for this month, if you get 100 sales, your 100 sales won't be allocated. Let's say um, 3 sales per day. They'll be allocated. One day you're gonna have 3, The next day you might have 10. The next day you might have 50, right? So there is not, the market is not, there is not symmetry within the market. Yeah. There are also a lot of conditions that play some major role with your ads. For example, imagine if you run 3 ads, right? You run 3 ads, ad 1, ad 2, and you run ad number 3. And you want to show these ads to the same audience, right? Those go to the same audience. But when you go to ad number 1, for some reason, the first person who sees the ad clicks on the ad, right? Comments, right? And buys. So this is the first, let's say the first 10 people who see the ad, 3 of them do the same action. So this ad will have a very, very strong ad. Ad number 3 might be a better ad, but it just had worse market conditions. So don't forget the fact that when we run ads, when we try to sell our products and services, we are going to the market and there are a lot of variations. Right now, it's elections in the United States. If you have elections in your country, that might be affecting it, so I cannot talk about any other country. However, keep that in mind. It was not the video you hoped to see, but it was the video that you needed to see. So in order to get very decent averages, let's say for 30 days, I would suggest also leaving your ad run for a longer period of time, 7 to 14 days, right? I never have the patience to do that, but go ahead and give it a shot. My name is Niko. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and I'll talk to you soon.